How's everyone doing? Simple Express here. My name's Tom. Thanks for joining in. So I want to give a shout out to Everything APAC, also the other trucker James. Look those guys up in your search bar for other channels to view. Um, Everything Apex has been around for quite a while on YouTube. He's very knowledgeable with the expediting game on um, sprinter vans, cargo vans. That's how he started out, as in a cargo van. So if you guys want another video or another YouTuber to watch, he's very good. I got a lot of my information when I first started out watching his videos. Mentioning that, he made a video about North Carolina hates him. And I'm going to tell you from my experience, and this is what I'm running into, and this is why I ended up buying a box truck. Uh, right now I'm in my cargo van because I had some hiccups with my box truck that I got to get taken care of and handle before I can put it on the road and start working it. So, that being said, um, I want everybody to know that you can make good money in this type of vehicle, a normal, regular cargo van. The problem you're going to run into is you're going to have more downtime. Unless you're going to be a local delivery with your cargo van and not going over the road and being an expediter, like going from Colorado to Wyoming or Colorado to Illinois or Texas or um, Indiana or somewhere around that, you know, Missouri, Oklahoma. I'm just naming names that I've been to. He was everything APAC was talking about. He go to North Carolina, everybody be getting loads out of there like nobody's business, and then when he goes there, nothing. Prime example. Last week, I think it was last Monday, I got a road going to Iowa to make a delivery to Vista. Vista. They're a windmill company, right? You're delivering to the job site. I got there early that morning. I was there before the people that work on the site was even there. They made me wait until 8 o'clock in the morning to get unloaded, even though I was there waiting on them beforehand. And I had a 7 o'clock appointment. They made me wait until 8 to get unloaded. No biggie. It is what it is. That's part of this field. I just roll with it. Well, I get done. I call dispatch. I'm like, hey, I'm done. You know, what's up? I got told, man, it's hard for us to find anything for your vehicle. There's nothing on the board right now in that area or around that area, surrounding states within enough mileage that would justify you getting a load. All right. So I deadheaded all the way back home, right? Because if I didn't, I was going to sit there for days, wasting money. Because I would have just started spending money. Well, I need to make money. I can't make money if I'm sitting. So I got different views than what other people have. Everything at Apex, from my understanding, he will, wait for a load. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to make a point. So fast forward a couple of days, I got to run. I got all the way back in town. Uh, that Tuesday afternoon, evening, back into Denver. I got up the next morning, got a load all the way to Illinois. Now, for you guys that don't know, usually Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, sometimes St. Louis, Missouri, and some other states right there. I think Kentucky is one of them, but I think that's further south. But anyway, those states, especially Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, and Ohio, they're like really big freight. Like I get told every time that I go to those areas, oh yeah, you're in a hot area. Oh yeah? Well, every time I show up there, it's not very hot. I ended up sitting there. One day I sat there for like 3 days, not making any money for 3 days. And it's supposed to be a hot area. And, you know, the cool thing I like about Illinois and Indiana and Ohio is sometimes they have like little short hops where you pick up in Illinois, you go across the border and deliver into Indiana, and then you drive back into Illinois and make a pick up and go back into Indiana and make a delivery. You could do like 6 or 7 of those a day and make pretty good money while you're sitting there waiting for the big run to come in, right? Well, I've been there like 4 or 5 times now, and that's what I call my dispatch again, and my dispatch says, "Oh, there's nothing for your size vehicle in that area." And you know, I'm like, "Hey, man, come on, there's got to be some, man." And he like, "Look, Tom, not gonna bull poop, you know. I'm gonna be straight up with you because you run hard for us." He said, "The problem is everybody's getting away from the cargo vans, and they're going to Sprinter vans. And the cargo vans are too short, basically, meaning that my door from the top of my roof, where my door opening is, to the floor of my van is 51 or 52 inches. But the catch is there's a latch right in the middle of the door to hold the doors up at the top. It's on the top on the roof. When you shut your doors, it latches to that, right? Well, everything that they want to ship is now getting taller instead of staying short and doing 2 stacks. They'll do or 2 skids. They'll do 2 skids on 1 skid basically. So everything's too tall for my vehicle now. So that's why I'm not getting any loads. And I'm not giving you a bunch of bull. I've taken this truck all over the country, and very, very rarely, do I ever get a load going somewhere else once I make that delivery from Denver. I have one company that I can basically call and say, hey, I'm in this area, and 60 to 70% of the time, he'll find something little, like I was saying, from Indiana or Illinois to Indiana or Indiana to Illinois, like 100, maybe 200-mile trip, something like that. Not paying great, but not paying bad either. I mean, it's keeping you moving and you're making money, but you can only do so many of those. Um, and there's only so many available because there's other drivers in the area too. So I feel, and this is just my opinion, with this type of vehicle, you can get this and make money. Don't get me wrong. You can get a cargo van, like a E150 or E250 or E350 or a Chevy E350 and 250 and 150. If you don't know, is a Ford. Chevy Express 2500, 3500, 1500. You can get this. This is what I drive, a 2500 Express van. I think Dodge makes a little small van too, an older van that's kind of like this. I could be wrong. I know more about the Fords and the Chevys in that aspect. Yeah, so that is, I feel like personally in this type of vehicle, I got tired of hearing that. Well, the other catch 22 is Amazon, UPS, FedEx, they're all also buying Sprinter vans and small box trucks, like 26-foot box trucks. So I was trying to buy a Sprinter van or a 26-foot box truck so I can stay under that 10,001 pound. Well, the problem is, like I said, UPS, Amazon, and FedEx is buying all of them up. I know Amazon, I went to a dealership and they said that Amazon just came in there and wiped them out. Like bought all new ones. So I couldn't get one. I found a couple online and on Facebook Marketplace. Most of the ones on Facebook Marketplace, I could never get the people to respond back to me. And then when they did, it was already too late. Now I'm talking like it took them a month to get it back to me, type of deal. So I was kind of worried at it anyway. Maybe they had problems with the truck or something. But anyway, every time I call, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we already sold that one. Oh yeah, we already sold that. Oh yeah, we already sold that." So I've been looking for like a year for an express van or for a Sprinter van. And have had a hard time finding them. So, and plus I don't want something with like 500,000-600,000 miles on it where I'm going to pay like 2 or 3,000, maybe 4,000, sometimes even 5 or 6,000 for that type of vehicle, and then turn around and have all kinds of problems with it right away. I want to buy something fairly new in that aspect to where hopefully I could get 6 months to a year without any problems, and other than doing tires and oil changes and routine maintenance stuff. But when it comes down to availability, I couldn't get one. So not last week, but the week, I want to say 2 weeks before that, I was done, dude. I got tired of, I did probably 3 or 4 out of town runs in 1 week, and I was deadheading back home every dang time, man. And I couldn't get a load going anywhere else. I get out there. I went to Dallas, Texas. Couldn't get a road going anywhere else. Houston. Couldn't get a load going anywhere else. I was told the same thing. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Same thing. Got there. Was told the same thing. I think in Oklahoma City, I sat there for 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours, waiting for a load. And the way I look at it, if I'm going to sit and waste my day, I could have wasted my day by driving back. And I'm not joking with you. I don't know how many times with the company that I'm mainly haul for that I get back in the Colorado, it's like they got radar on me. Hey, we got a load and going to Texas. You want it? Before I even get all the way back into Denver, I'm still 2 hours away. I'm like, yeah, but I'm 2 hours away. It's all right. We'll make it work somehow. I'm not joking. That's how it works every dang time. I would get back, even last week when I got back, I was only back maybe, I think that Tuesday when I got back in town, that night, I got a call for that load going to Illinois. But it didn't pick up until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So it was an overnight delivery thing again. But it was what it was. I mean, I don't have a problem doing that. That's also why I would prefer not to sit and waste my time. I would prefer to just drive deadhead back, because when I know that I can get something out of Denver going somewhere else. So my thing is, you guys, think about it very, very strongly. These Chevy Express vans, regular cargo vans, and the older cargo van, E150, E250, and E350, or Chevy Express 1500, 2500, 3500, you can make money with them. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to make consistent money when you want to go out of your state and get loads outside your state, going to other places. And like I told him before, I don't even care about coming home right away, as long as I'm making money while I'm out there. I've been doing this almost a year for these guys, and it's the same thing in the last year. They haven't got me one load while I was out there at all. So I would think about it. If you want to make money and you want to do the over the road thing with a Sprinter van, I highly recommend it. If you can get a 16-foot box truck, I would recommend a 16-foot box truck with a lift gate. But the problem is going to be, sometimes you're going to have those areas that you go to where you might have to sit a little bit longer to get a load, because a 16-foot box truck, I'm just guessing, I think it holds 5 or 6 skids, depending on the box truck and how the back area is designed. So, but the Expediting Sprinter vans, I see them moving all the time, way more than what I've moved with loads, So I would recommend, do your research, and again, do what you can afford. But if you can afford only a Chevy Express or a Ford E150, 250, 350, then I recommend you probably wait a little bit longer, save your money, and get a a Ford Transit, Dodge ProMaster, or if you can really afford it, a Mercedes Sprinter van. Most of those, I won't say most, but some of those are four-wheel drive, the Mercedes. Um, and if you're ever coming to like Colorado, Wyoming, that four-wheel drive is going to help you out. Believe me, it ain't going to keep you from sliding, but it'll keep you from getting stuck. So, kind of response to everything Apex video is, yes, I feel the same way you do. But my problem is, I feel like no matter where I go outside of my state, I'm always deadheading back home. So therefore, I have your luck when I go out of state, and this, like you do going to North Carolina. And the funny thing about it is it never fails. Like I said, I got two or three, four companies roughly that I haul for. One of them I haul mainly for, but no joke, every single time I get a phone call and they're like, "Oh yeah, too bad you're not going to Ohio, or too bad you're not going to Indiana or Illinois, because that area is really popping right now. They got all kinds of freight moving through there, and it's paying way more than normal, man." I got there and wasn't paying, there was nothing. I still deadheaded home. No freaking joke. So, just letting you guys know. And I want to give the new people trying to come in, this ain't a negative thing. I just want you to know that I don't want you to get out here and get this type of vehicle and thinking that you're gonna go out there and they're gonna, you're gonna go from Denver to Kansas City, Kansas, from Kansas City, Kansas to Florida, from Florida to. The odds of that happening is very slim in this type of vehicle. You're more likely to do that in a Sprinter van, small box truck, or a straight truck. So I recommend getting into that. So I'm running into go over to my box truck issues. I bought a box truck. I did go pick it up. The video is coming on the box truck. I just want everything right with the box truck. I won't go in a whole bunch of details because I want that to be in another video, a separate video of itself. Basically, when I break out the video to show you that, this is what I bought. Bam. But yeah, I mean, it's a 2013 Hino, 26-foot box truck with a lift gate. I picked it up on Friday. Because of some stuff going on, I didn't get home until Sunday around noon, 11 a.m. Yeah, I think it was 11 a.m. So, and then also I found out that I paid for insurance. Now I called and got a quote. This was like back in November, December, and I told them the first of the year around that, maybe second February-ish, I was going to look into buying a box truck if I couldn't find blah, blah, blah. And my insurance company gave me a quote. The quote was $1,400. Okay? That was on a newer truck, but the newer truck cost less than what mine did now. So I accepted that offer, and or was it a newer truck? No, the newer truck was like 1480, I think it was. Yeah, it was 1480. So then that truck fell through on a deal. So then I went, I found this one, and they gave me a quote. Now, I was working with them since January on this. They gave me a quote for this truck at 1446, I think it was. I paid for it because the finance company I was buying the truck through couldn't finalize the deal and send the dealer the money for the truck without me having insurance on it. So I called. I said, "Hey, I'm ready to put insurance on it." They told me what it was going to be. I paid for the insurance. Right? No problem. Now, this was on I want to say a Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I paid for it. So everything was good. They covered me, everything, I signed the paperwork, sent me my cards, my insurance cards, all my loan forms and all that, my declaration page. They sent it over to the finance company. I was told, truck's yours. We send the payment. Um, why don't you go ahead and pick the truck up? So I was planning on that. So I went and I got, I think it was like Thursday. Yeah, it was a Thursday. So on, no, Wednesday. The following Wednesday, a week later, I got a phone call from my insurance company. Hey, Tom, how you doing today? You know, I'm doing good. Well, I got some not so good news. All right. Well, since you're a new since you're going over 200 miles in one direction with the box truck, my underwriters got back to us and told us that we could not uh, give you a policy. We could not cover that policy. So, unfortunately, you have 2 weeks to find an insurance. She goes, we did do our own reaching out, and we found you a quote from Progressive. Now they want me to pay for Progressive, wants me to pay like almost $5,200 down and almost $2,600 a month. I think that's a bunch of, yeah, for a box truck, and the filings and this cargo van being on the same policy. Now, mind you, I don't know what they're charging for what, but $2,500, $2,600 per month on top of paying $5,100 down, nah, not happening, bruh. Don't care. I'll figure something out. So that's my dilemma right now. I'm trying to figure out insurance. So I don't know what to do. I reached out to a couple of different places, and every place that I have reached out to has basically gave me this whole, uh, well, you just started, you've been in business long enough, no problem there. But the problem is your authority is brand new. Okay, so my authority is only 30 days old, roughly, something like that. No, brand new. Yeah, it's like 30 days old now. So they're like, well, since your authority is brand new and you never had a commercial DOT commercial insurance, then either they tell me they can't cover me or they tell me that this ridiculous freaking amount. So I'm trying to come up either with the money to pay the money to get the truck on the road for insurance, which is scary in itself because I was quoted 1,400, and that's what I went off of because people told me do your research, call and get quotes on your insurance, because if your insurance is too high and it doesn't make sense, don't do it. I did that. I did what everybody was recommending me to do and what I recommend people to do. But even though I did my due diligence and got a quote through these insurance companies, and my quote was, like I said, at the high end it was 1480, at the low end it was like 1400. I think that was on another box truck, an older box truck that I was paying. I'm gonna pay like 10,000 for or something like that. And even though I did that and got the quote and got, they quoted me, and they're not honoring that because I have a new authority. I'm assuming is one of the reasons. But the story my insurance company has given me is because you want to go over 200 miles in one direction with the box truck, and you want to do that consistently. So everyone else is telling me it's because my authority is brand new, and they don't want to cover a brand new authority or some mumbo jumbo. I thought that was your job. Ain't your job to give people insurance? I mean, I could see if my record, my driving record, my MVR had all these accidents and tickets and, you know, stuff like that. But even my Class A license, there's not a lot on there. It's like one sheet of paper. My MVR is one sheet of paper. Every time I take my MVR to people, employees or employers, when I was working as a driver, they look at it and be like, "This is it." I'm like, "Yeah." They're, my record, I'm younger than you, and my record's 2 or 3, maybe 4 pages. See what I'm saying? I could see if I had something like that, where it was a lot of issues on there, but it's not. It's not at all. So that being said, that's my dilemma with my box truck now. I got to try to get that, and there's some other little issues I got to get fixed, worked out, whatever, and I'm trying to figure out that too. So I will give you guys a video of the box truck either this weekend, either if it's fixed or not. I'll give you a video of it. I got to figure out how to come up with the money, because I might have to go with Progressive. I don't really want to, because that's $5,000 coming out, $2,500 a month. I might just take this vehicle off my DOT authority, my MC authority, and take it and put it back as a personal vehicle. I was going to put a driver in it. I just think it's too much hassle right now. I might wait 6 months to a year, see where hopefully my insurance drops because of good driving, no incidents, stuff like that, no violations, and just run the box truck that way. Or what I was thinking also is maybe keeping my van on commercial insurance, but through the shelter insurance that I'm with, and not under my MC number. And that one is just going to be for when when there's stuff to be hauled in this, and the box truck is a little slow. I gotta look at it. I'm just trying to come up with solutions right now, and that's the thing about this type of industry is, you got to be a problem solver, not a problem maker or dweller or crybaby. You got to get out there and try to figure out what to do, and get it done. And that's what I'm trying to do. I didn't think it was going to be this freaking hard, honestly, to, because I have a Class A license. My record, my motor vehicle record is clean. No accidents, no violations in over 3 years. What else? I've had experience doing this for 15 years. I've been in business for 4 years, like this, legit business. Just I didn't have my own authority because I was running under other people. So I'm thinking, I had a friend of mine reach out to me, and he was like, "Hey, why don't you contact one of your companies that you're leased onto right now, just so you can, build up some money with the truck and run underneath their authority, And if they're making you run under their authority anyway, you should be able to run with their insurance. So that's the other option I'm thinking of doing. So, yeah, that's the update on the box truck. Um, it's just like this load right here. I had to pick it up last night at the airport in Denver and then bring it up to Gillette, Wyoming. I was supposed to be there at 6, right? Got a notification that my app has been updated. Looked at it. It said I was supposed to be there at 7. Okay. I started to leave my house and I get an update it's not supposed to pick up till 7:30. So I left the house anyway. Go over there to pick up. And where I picked up from, I do not like picking up from this company because nobody knows how to do their job. And yeah, anyway, that's not the story. I picked up from there. I got here about 1 o'clock in the morning in Gillette, Wyoming. Now I know from my experience and doing this with this company for so long, in this area, there's a small chance you'll get something from this area going somewhere else. Very small chance. So I called dispatch. Oh yeah, there's nothing in that area. Just head back. So that's what I'm doing. I'm headed back from Gillette to Denver. Deadhead. Granted, it's not 1,000 miles or 800 miles like it normally is, but at least I'll be back today. Pretty sure they won't get anything for me until later tonight or tomorrow. Um, what else? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too. If you want to be a local courier, now let's say, I'm not saying it's going to be cheap now, just listen to what I'm saying. Do your research on it. I'll give you a suggestion. If you want to be a local courier, or what do you call it? Yeah, a local courier, and you don't have a Sprinter van or a cargo van, you have an option. These are your options. You can find a used one on Craigslist and buy it. Now, let's say you don't have the money for that to buy a used cargo van or Sprinter van. Okay? Let's say, now you have to have a business name, I think. You can do it personal. Some companies like Budget, you can do it under your personal name. Uh, Ryder, you cannot. You have to have a business set up. And I think Penske, you can do either or. I haven't used Penske. I used it one time, but I already had my entity and business name already set up. So this is my suggestion. If you want to get into a local courier service and you want to make good money, some courier service, not saying everybody, not saying you can go buy a truck today or a van today and make 100,000 a year. I'm saying you have a potential you could make 100,000 a year. Either there's couriers that make 100,000 a year. There's couriers that only make 10,000 a year because they only want to work part time. There's couriers that work full time and only make 50,000 a year. You get out of it what you put into it. So you got to go out and work. If you want to make 100,000 a year, you got to work. So my suggestion is go check out Budget and see what it would cost you to rent a Sprinter van from them. You can do daily, weekly, monthly. No, I'm sorry. With budget, you can do daily and weekly only. They don't do monthly. Now, Ryder does monthly, and so does Penske. But not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be expensive. But if you can justify it, I recommend you going that way. Now, if you could do it for like a month and two, and you could afford, let's say you're making enough to afford your your rental of the box truck and your home bills and your fuel, and you're still able to put money back, my suggestion is to put money back, save as much as you can, as fast as you can, and then go buy you, either buy it cash or go buy through financing a truck. Because financing a truck is going to be a lot cheaper than you would if you went and did rental truck all the time. Now, the perk to the rental truck is you pay for the fuel and the insurance, and uh, the maintenance is all covered. So you don't pay for any oil changes, tires, and if you have any issues on the road, they come out to you, give you a new truck, or, you know, fix the truck on the side of the road for you. So that's my recommendations for that. I mean, I know I seen one of the YouTubers. He's moving, and he was saying in his area there's not a whole lot. If he watches my video, here's a video for you, man. Um, yeah, I would go and give it a shot, man. See if you can rent a Sprinter van or a box truck just to get you through for a little bit, and then step into your own Sprinter Sprinter van or cargo van. I would recommend Sprinter or box truck, and then go that route because you're going to make more money as an owner operator that way. But that's my video. It's already 42 minutes long. I'll get off here. If you guys made it this long, please leave a comment. Uh, Leave a thumbs up. I have a lot of people watching the video, but I have no one putting thumbs up. I have no one, well, one or two people putting comments out of like 50 or 60 or 100 or 200, 300 views. I only have two or three that's commenting. Please leave a comment. It's fun. I like to know what you guys are thinking. If you have questions, if you disagree with me, I don't mind people disagreeing. Just be respectful. I mean, I don't get on your thing and say, hey, you're a D-bag or anything like that. I get on there and say, hey, man, this is what I've known from experience. Maybe do a little more research and see if this is true, but this is what I know to be true here. You know, I can take that, but you to be disrespectful, ain't no need for that baloney. Um, yeah, so please leave a comment, like the video. If you don't like the video, throw a thumbs down. If you please share the video, get me out there. Let me other people get this information that I'm putting out. What else? Please hit the bell notification and subscribe to me. And click all for the bell notifications. That means you can see all the videos. I put them out as soon as they come out. Please. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching this long video. And hopefully you got some information out there. My name's Tom, Simple Express. I'm out.